CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 70 of Dual Destinies. Last time, we investigated the robotics lab with Edgeworth, and we learned more about the UR1 incident, as well as the Dark Age of the Law, as well as the fact that basically, Phoenix got his badge back because Edgeworth asked him to help him save Simon. Basically, Phoenix is not telling Athena or Apollo about this, basically. Phoenix just keeping them in the dark, just going classic Apollo Justice Phoenix, because God forbid Apollo has any sort of healthy communications with his boss, basically. And just Phoenix was not going to get his badge back, basically, without Edgeworth pushing him. But anyways, let's go. She was right by my side only a few short hours ago, but I feel like I haven't seen her in ages. Oh, Mr. Wright! And Pearly, too! I knew you would come! After all, the first step is the interview with the defendant. And because you're my friend and I was worried about you. Heh. Thanks, boss. I'm not the only one who's worried either. Really? Who else? I saw Miss Woods today. She was so beside herself, she came to find me. She told me you used to live in the Cosmos Space Center. Though one thing I find a little odd is the fact, and also just big middle finger to Apollo, where basically Athena doesn't know that Apollo is looking into this case on his own. And basically Athena's just like, she's not even thinking to herself, oh, Apollo's gonna come help me. She's like, screw Apollo. I don't need his help. I don't want Apollo and his sad ass self trying to do my case. No wonder you knew so much about the place. Oh, so you know, huh? I'm sorry I didn't tell you. That's alright, but there are some other things I'd like to ask you. Sure, you can ask me anything. I promise I won't keep any more secrets from you. I wonder if I'll ever get the chance to present evidence like that again. I'll probably never work as a lawyer again now. Don't talk like that, Athena. We're gonna clear you of all suspicions. Just you wait. And if push comes to shove, you can always do what Prosecutor Blackwell's doing. Yeah, just Athena. But Mr. Wright, I can't wear the shackles. They'll clash with my suit. I hope you can. I really hope you can. I don't want to become an edgelord, Mr. Wright. I'm too positive to be an edgelord. Tell me about the day Clay was murdered. I was actually at the Space Center that day, in the Space Museum. Right where the culprit fled to. That's not good. I never could fully deal with what happened 7 years ago. But when I saw the center again during the news coverage of the Hat 2 launch, I thought maybe if I went there, things would be different this time. Maybe Aura wouldn't try to run me over with her car. That must have taken a lot of courage to face your past like that. So I went to the Space Museum that evening before the explosions. This was before the launch pads had been switched. There was a sign that said close to repairs, and they weren't letting anybody in. Yeah, the director couldn't very well switch the pads if there were people in there. But I snuck in anyways. Did you want to see that Hat 1 group photo, the one with your mother in it? I did, but what I really wanted to see was her jacket. That jacket on display, that was Dr. Sykes. But I should have known it wouldn't be easy to get over such a traumatic experience. The second I saw that jacket, it all came rushing back to me. Everything around me went hazy and I couldn't see. I tried to get out of there somehow. But I guess I passed out. When I came to, I was in the passage behind the rocket. I was in the shadows where people couldn't really see me. Maybe you just got confused and went the wrong way when you were trying to leave. How long do you think you were unconscious, Athena? I was out until about noon the next day. I didn't even know about the explosions. When I woke up, nobody was around, so I just went out into boarding lounge 2. My mind must have still been fuzzy because my memory is vague after that. I don't remember how I got home. No memory, huh? This is going to be tough. Which means, what if I'm the one who killed Clay? I think that's enough of that, Athena. Let's talk about something else. But really, just what motive would Athena have to kill Clay, basically? I always hated the fact that Apollo had a friend. I'm his only friend. So, during the entire incident, she was unconscious in the Space Museum. I had to kill Clay, because with Apollo distraught, Junie could swoop in, and she could make a move. I was doing it for Junie. Of course I believe her. But will anybody else? What kind of research was Dr. Sykes, your mother, doing? Machines that could tell people's emotions by their tone of voice. And my special ability. Someday, when people travel to distant planets, their companions will be robots. So she said they had to be able to understand how their human companions felt. Wow, robots that can understand people. I was just a convenient subject for her research. All she ever did was work, and she never paid any attention to me. She let Aura abuse me. One time she let Aura put my hair in a blender. Oh, I'm sorry about that, dredging up all that old stuff. No need to apologize. I guess her home life was complicated. Oh, by the way, Miss Wood said something about you always wearing headphones. Yeah, they were big and pink and ugly. Aura would always make fun of me. She called me antenna head. She called me bug girl. She tried to spray me with some Raid, hoping I would go away. She always wore those big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research. I had to wear them every time I went out. Oh, I hated them so much, but she wouldn't listen. What were they for? Oh, she gave me some kind of explanation. But I don't remember now. It was too difficult for a little kid to understand. Okay, but let me say this one thing. I don't think your mother only thought of you as some handy subject for her research. I want to believe that, but just about the only things my mother left me with are widgets and this earring. Oh, it's beautiful. It's made of a piece of real moon rock she had for research. Maybe she did love me in her own way. She poked me with needles in my sleep, Mr. Right. She told me big girls don't cry, big girls take the needle. I'm sure of it. I'm really sure she did, because that's what I want to believe too. I better ask her a little more about her mother's research. I should show her that paper I found in the robotics lab. Go back to the Anything Agency! What a terrible situation this is. You know, I can just imagine just Phoenix running back to the Anything Agency while Clonko's chasing after him. Or you cannot escape, Mr. Right. You cannot run from destiny. Trucy, I still can't believe it. Trucy will be all right, Mr. Nick. She's such a strong girl. If anything, you should be scared for Miss Aura. For Miss Scary Robot Lady. Yeah, I'm sure she's hanging in there. And then meanwhile, Trucy's just strangling Aura with her magic panties. Taste the panties! Taste the panties! Taste the panties! Taste the panties! But if anything were to happen to her, yeah, basically, Aura would be going to jail forever. Phoenix would be whipping out all the forged evidence. She's counting on us, Pearls, so let's get out of there and do what we can. I agree. That robot named Clonko, he's very articulate, isn't he? That wasn't the robot talking, it was the hostage taker speaking through him. What? You mean there was a person inside that robot? No, it's not like that, Pearls. Then what do you mean? How can I explain it? It's kind of like a telephone. So it wasn't a robot, it was a telephone? Yes. No. Hold on. Now I'm confused. Yeah, basically just education under Maya Fey at its finest. Okay, where is it? Okay, lighter, 7-year katana. Here we go. Oh, the Plonko series! You must have gone to the robotics lab! You seem to really love Plonko and Klonko. Yeah, my mother made them and I grew up around them, you know. They were some of my only friends! Oh, there's one of those cute little robots in this photo, too. Haha, see Plonko's bandages? I put them on her. I just wound them around and around. Pretty bad job, huh? But I really put my all into it. I hardly left the center in those days, so I didn't have any human friends besides Junie. I didn't really understand the difference between robots and people back then. I thought that if a robot broke, bandaging it would help it get better. What a weirdo I was. It looks like there's something written on the bandages. Yeah, I wrote stuff like, get well soon, Plonko. But in the end, my mom just put it on the operating table and fixed it in a flash. Oh, that was the thing I made move in the robotics lab. I was so impressed by what my mom did. I even asked her if she would put me on the table and fix me if I ever got hurt. It looked just like magic to me what she could do. A little girl who grew up around robots. She seems to have some good memories of it. On a different subject, did you hear about the person holding up the Space Center? Yeah, a little, and this person has even taken hostages. I guess I'd better spare her the news about Trucy. Well, after some negotiating, we agreed to do a retrial of the case from 7 years ago. What? You're kidding me! So that means Prosecutor Blackwell might... Yep, I know he's innocent. I just have to prove it. So wait, did you know him back then? Yeah, he used to come visit my mom a lot. He studied psychology under her and would sometimes ask for advice on his legal cases. He was very kind and considerate, and straight as an arrow. Unlike now, where he's more twisted than a basket of snakes. That's why I took the witness stand during his trial 7 years ago. Please, you have to listen to me. He didn't kill her. His heart is screaming that he didn't kill her. I was a fool. How could anybody else know what I was talking about? She heard the voice in his heart. You were only 11 then, right? You were very brave just to give testimony. Yeah, but that didn't change the fact that Simon and Aura just kept hashing on me for failing him. What was I supposed to do? I was 11! Aura gave me a swirly after the trial. She took me into the courtroom bathroom, dangled me my legs over the toilet, and dunked my head in. She told me, don't cry, Mommy's not here to save your ass. Pearl is right. You did the very best you could at the time. But nothing I said did any good. I was shaking and scared. I was a shaking and scared little girl, small and ineffectual. I was like Apollo, but a girl. Even after I went to live with my relatives in Europe, I stayed closed up in my shell. But you're different now. You're only so bright and cheerful. Thanks. That's because one day I came to realize that I had to fight. I couldn't give up. I exercised hard and studied hard. I wanted to become the strongest lawyer I could be. I wanted to save Simon, but I had no idea how. Then I met Mr. Wright, and thanks to him, I realized that if I became a lawyer, I could prove that Simon was innocent. I also realized that psychology could help me do this. I mean, psychology was my mother's specialty. When I studied it, I felt like she was there with me, supporting me, giving me disapproving stares, standing over my bed while I was trying to sleep with a needle, saying, "Just go to sleep, Athena. Go to sleep and don't question it, Athena." It doesn't seem like Athena knows that Prosecutor Blackwell is due to be executed tomorrow. I wanted to prove Simon's innocence personally. I wanted to do it so bad. Even now, I want to fly out of here and go save him. Come to think of it, she said something like that during the Themis Legal Academy trial. She mentioned there was somebody she wanted to save. She must have been talking about Prosecutor Blackwell. I heard some prison guards say that you had to have an interview, with Simon. How was he? What did he say? No, I can't tell her. But how can I lie to Athena? He was doing well. He was happy about the possibility of being proven innocent. He was? I wonder if he smiled like he used to back then. If I can't prove Prosecutor Blackwell's innocence in this trial, I don't think Athena will ever forgive me. I just have to free him. Failure is not an option here. Yeah, and then meanwhile, basically, Phoenix doesn't even apologize to Apollo for what he put him through. Basically, Phoenix is like, I can't fail Athena. I can't disappoint her. I have to give it my all. Then meanwhile, Phoenix just, I'll just use Apollo as my puppets. Dance, puppets, dance! You should be privileged to work unpaid for me. Your payment is 2 bowls of Eldoon's noodles, and you will accept it. I thought you might be here, Mr. Lawyer. We're in trouble. What we are? What is it? I couldn't find a single open courtroom. They're all in session. Oh no, but this is an emergency. Don't worry, Mr. Nick. I'll make it all right. And then Pearl rushes over to the courtroom. And then basically Sebastian, he's in the middle of a trial. And with that, I can prove the defendant's guilt. And then Pearl, oh no, you don't. This courtroom belongs to Mr. Nick. Hey, put me down. I'm the best. You can't do this to me. Ah! And then Pearl just throws Sebastian out. And then Kay just rushing after him. And then Kay just confronting Pearl. Hey, you can't do that to him. And then just Pearl, this is my courtroom now. And then Pearl just throws her. It's very difficult to interrupt the trial once it's underway. My phone. It's from Trucy. Daddy, I saved the day. The scary robot lady is dead. I murdered her ass, Daddy. I murdered her ass with my panties. I wrapped them around her throat and I didn't stop squeezing until she was limp and cold. I told you I'd give you 1 hour. I guess it's time to pick one of the hostages. No, wait! We still have a little more time. Besides, all the courtrooms are being used right now. Make all the excuses you want, but you won't get more time. Your daughter is first. Oh yeah, that's gonna make Phoenix want to cooperate. You take on Trucy. You take down Trucy. You're gonna be getting Hobo Nick. You're gonna be getting Hobo Phoenix. And basically, mind you, just Phoenix had some restraint during his hobo days because Trucy was there to help keep him regulated. Trucy was a light in his life. You take that light away, and basically Phoenix goes absolutely insane. Phoenix would basically make Kristoff look like a kitten in comparison. Basically, you would be kidding. Just Phoenix unleashing hell upon Aura's house. The poor thing. She's a little too young to die, don't you think? No! Don't you dare hurt her! There has to be something I can do. The cruelest injustice is about to befall us! No! This can't ain't happening! Mystic Maya, help us! Take Athena's place in the prison! Take her place as the defendant! Yeah, act like Maya's some patron saint of defendants. Maya, considering her track record. Wait a minute. Maya. I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom. That must have really been something, although weird is par for the course of you. A courtroom. Blew up. That's it! There is a courtroom we can use! Okay, time's up. Too bad. Any last words you'd like to say to her? Hold it! Aura, please don't add to the crimes you've already committed. So you know who I am, do you? It wasn't like I was trying to keep it a secret anyways. We're ready to start the trial. We can hold it in the ruins of courtroom number 4. The one blown up by the bomber. Yeah, good thing it's not raining, because basically, I could just imagine, it's raining. Basically, it's rainy, it's windy, it's stormy. Basically, Edgeworth. Okay! My opening statement! was the murderer! What's that, Edgeworth? I can't hear you over this wind! I said Athena Sykes is the murderer! She killed her mother! Just Edgeworth gets hit in the face with a newspaper. Just rain's spewing into the courtroom. Just Phoenix is getting rain in his eyes. I can't finger point in the wind!
Oh, what a wonderful idea, Mr. Nick.
I never would have thought of that! An astonishing trial in an astonishing location! I guess it's only befitting. I'll go get the place ready right away! I didn't exactly pick the place for its astonishing factor. How about it? Are you ready to have your brother's innocence proven? My brother? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to mention? It's not Simon you'll be defending. What? Not Prosecutor Blackwell? I indict Athena Sykes on the charge of murdering her own mother. Yeah, just really, just aura, just... Yeah, basically just Simon. Yeah, basically just the fact that basically Simon and Simon and Aura basically are like, she murdered with malicious intent. Basically, Aura, oh, this 11-year-old little skank going around ruining the good things I have in life. Yeah, basically, as if Athena was fully aware what she was doing. Basically, Athena's this maniacal 11-year-old who wanted blood. She was grinding the monkey crank. You'll be defending the little princess there, the one behind the glass. What? See you in that mountain of rubble you've chosen for our courtroom, Mr. Wright. Yeah, basically, they go to the courtroom, basically. They go to courtroom number 4, basically. There's no security in it. Basically, there's a hobo coming through. Hey, you mind if I sleep here? No, this is a trial! Get off the prosecutor's bench! Thanks. Right, get the hobo off of my bench!
What is he talking about? What is she talking about, Athena?
Of course! Why didn't it ever occur to me before? I was a monster! If Prosecutor Blackwell is innocent, somebody else had to have been the true culprit. Did I kill my own mother? No! No! I can't really let no one Athena's voice, just... No way! It can't be true! In that case, then Phoenix calls up Aura. Yeah, Aura, I'm going to need to get a jury in here. Why do you need a jury? It's Black Cyclops.
Mr. Nick, what's the matter?
I see 5 Black Cyclops. I've seen these kinds of locks before. Dark, black locks protecting a secret hidden deep inside a person's heart. And there's no way to remove them. Except with the jury system. Only the jury system can break this curse. No, we're not saving the game. Continue to the next chapter. December 20th, 3:11 p.m. District Court. Defendant's Lobby, number 5.
I did a little research. I looked into those special cyclocks you mentioned, Mr. Nick.
You did? That's great. I really appreciate it.
A red cyclock protects a secret a person is consciously trying to hide. If the person folds under question, the lock breaks and the truth comes out.
Yep, that's exactly how I got the truth out of Detective Fulbright and Director Cosmos. Yeah, and then Phoenix completely disregarding all the other times he's cracked red cyclocks.
But a black cyclock protects a secret from the deepest place in a person's heart. A secret that the person isn't even consciously aware of.
So even they don't know it's there.
Athena is trying to keep anything from you isn't trying to keep anything from you on purpose. For some reason, part of her heart and her memories are sealed off, even from herself.
Okay, so all I have to do is break the cyclocks.
According to my research, a black cyclock is like a heavy chain wrapped directly around one's heart. If they are ripped off by force, it could cause permanent damage to the person's soul.
In other words, if I'm not careful, I could traumatize Athena for good.
Actually, no. It would result in her having a massive breakdown in court. She'd be yelling her name over and over again.
Pearls, could you stay by Athena's side? She might be suffering under the weight of such a heavy burden.
Alright, but will you be alright by yourself, Mr. Nick?
I'm up against Edgeworth. I have to be able to give this trial all my focus and strength.
And you can't do that if I'm there. I'll just hold you back.
No, that's not it. I meant I can relax and concentrate if I knew you were with Athena. You're the only one who can do this, Pearls.
Alright, I'll do it then. Good luck, Mr. Nick.
Good. Now that my mind is at ease, I'd better get ready. I'll just tidy up the evidence and take out what I don't need. It's time to end this nightmare that started 7 years ago. December 20th, District Court, Courtroom number 4. Defense, prosecution, and judge. There are even people in the gallery. The roof has been completely blown off and the walls have collapsed. But today, this ruin is my battleground. And they had to get the judge. The judge is the only one. This is the only judge that basically anyone would allow. Edgeworth, he's my judge. I will only take trials from this one judge. Last time I had a trial from a guy that wasn't this judge, all hell broke loose. Okay, but on that note, I think now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.